All right, so welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. And today we've got something a little different,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, this is not our usual format. I'm looking at the source material and I'm intrigued.
Yeah, no kidding. Right. We're not looking at articles or interviews or anything like that this time. It's literally just a list of words.
A word list.
Word list. Yeah, kind of like someone just, emptied out a magnetic poetry kit or something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so are we like trying to find the hidden message in the fridge poetry?
Pretty much, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it is kind of all over the place. There's some interesting word pairings in here, though, for sure.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Just glancing at it here. Java lava, chaotic bliss.
Hmm.
It's a bit of a wild ride, and like these contradictions right next to each other. I'm not sure what to make of it yet.
Well, contradictions and contrasts can be powerful. You see that a lot in poetry and music and lyrics.
True, yeah. Especially maybe in like a punk rock song or something.
Oh, yeah. Like a punk song. That's a good point, actually. Looking at the list, some of these words definitely have that vibe.
Right. And it's not just the vibe.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty explicitly music related.
Exactly. I mean, chorus, that's a pretty clear giveaway, right?
Right. And then there's Punk's Not Dead, just to really hammer it home.
Yeah, yeah. Makes you wonder what kind of punk we're dealing with, though.
Oh, totally. And speaking of things that make you wonder, there's a lot of love in this list, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pure love. Love is key. There's even one that says key of love.
Key of love. I like that one.
Yeah. It's cool, right? And it gets you thinking, like, is this about romantic love or like a love for music or something else entirely?
I think that ambiguity is what's so interesting, right? Like, key of love could be about finding harmony in music, but it could also be about unlocking emotions, using music as the key, so to speak.
Right. Like punk rock doesn't exactly have a reputation for being lovey-dovey, but maybe there's more to it than we think.
Exactly. I mean, there's so much raw emotion in punk music. It would make sense if love was in there somewhere, right?
Yeah. And then, of course, we've got all these words that really just scream punk rock,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah. Which ones are jumping out at you?
Well, there's grunge, of course, anti-fashion, um, throw fists, and, oh, forget the norms. That's a good one.
Ooh, yeah. That's a classic punk sentiment right there.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
a whole punk rock manifesto condensed into just a few words.
It is, yeah, and it really captures that DIY spirit, That anti-establishment energy. It's like the heart of what punk is all about.
For sure. But then you look at some of the other words in here and it's like, wait a minute, where did these come from?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, there's words like healthcare and food for thought that don't exactly seem like typical punk rock themes.
Yeah. Those are interesting. They do seem a bit out of place at first glance.
Right. It's like suddenly we're talking about social issues and stuff, and it's a lot deeper than just moshing and rebellion, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah, maybe it's suggesting that punk is actually about more than just tearing things down. Maybe it's also about trying to build something better.
Right. Like maybe those words are a call to action or something, a reminder that punk ideals can apply to all areas of life.
Exactly. I mean, think about the context in which punk was born, right? It was a time of social and economic upheaval. People were frustrated and they wanted change.
So maybe punk wasn't just about being angry, it was about channeling that anger into something constructive?
Yeah. And maybe those words, healthcare and food for thought, they're reminders that even the seemingly mundane aspects of life can be battlegrounds for punk ideals.
Wow, who knew we'd go from a random list of words to a deep dive into the soul of punk rock?
Right. And it all started with just a handful of words. It's
Yeah.
amazing what you can uncover when you really start digging.
It really is, and it makes you think about the power of words, right? They can inspire movements, challenge norms, and even reveal hidden depths of meaning.
Absolutely. And they can also be a call to action, like what would a punk rock anthem about healthcare sound like? Or a song about the importance of critical thinking. I'd love to hear that.
Me too. And hey, maybe that's something for our listeners to think about, right? What kind of message do these words spark in you?
Exactly. Take these words and see what you can create. Maybe it's a song, a poem, or even just a new way of looking at the world. The possibilities are endless.
Well said. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and we'll catch you next time.
See you then.